A 33-year-old convicted felon is once again in trouble with the law, and this time it's for what Polk County deputies describe as a violent cross-state rampage that pit her against her estranged husband and the new woman in his life. Investigators say the violence erupted with gunfire in the upscale Crescent Hill subdivision in the Christina area south of Lakeland. Polk reporter Jennifer Lee is live in Lakeland tonight with an update to this developing story.
Yeah, Keith, good evening. Polk deputies say they do have the shooter in this case in custody, but not here in Polk County. They say they arrested 33-year-old Amy Streeter in her home state of Alabama. They believe she drove here sometime yesterday early with the specific intent of shooting her soon-to-be ex-husband and his new live-in girlfriend, and then she drove straight back out of state.
Amy Streeter has a long history, and she gets violent when things don't go well in her personal life.
Polk Sheriff Grady Judd says, don't be fooled by the sweet-looking exterior. 33-year-old Amy Streeter is a calculating felon who investigators now believe is responsible for shooting her estranged husband, Tabari Clayton, and his new girlfriend, Janice Lucas, inside their home in the upscale Crescent Hill subdivision south of Lakeland.
Tabari had arrived home from church, and when he arrived home, parked his car, went in through the kitchen area, and as he started to turn on a light, someone from the hallway, he saw a shadow, shot him in the back.
Tabari Clayton told investigators the shot spun him around, and that's when he got a look at the shooter, his soon-to-be ex-wife. He ran out of the home and screamed to a neighbor to call 911. When deputies arrived, they found Clayton's girlfriend, Janice Lucas.
As we know now, was shot at least 5 times.
The sheriff says Lucas was briefly able to describe to deputies what happened.
When she was shot down, she played as if she were dead. And she said the suspect drug her into the bedroom.
Detectives eventually tracked Amy Streeter down, but nowhere near the South Lakeland neighborhood where the shots rang out. They found her at her home in Alabama.
The deputies say it's too early to pinpoint a motive in this case, and this is sort of where things get complicated. They say that they don't believe this is just a typical love triangle or a scorned ex-wife. They say that the victims in this case, Tabari Clayton and Janice Lucas, had a daughter many, many years ago. They were never married, but that child became very, very sick and eventually died, and as a result of that death, there was a multi-million-dollar malpractice lawsuit settlement that resulted from that case. Now, Janice Lucas got that money with a different husband of hers, and so there's some speculation on investigators' part at this point. They're trying to piece together whether or not greed may have been a motivating factor in this case. It's still very early in this investigation, very preliminary information, but the case continues.
A lot to unravel still. Thank you, Jen. We'll look for the updates. Both victims are at Lakeland Regional Medical Center tonight. Tabari Clayton is in stable condition, but Janice Lucas is in extremely critical condition.